Let's check out your state championship finalists at 130 pounds. Class A, Guy Smith of Omaha Central meets Anthony Salcedo of Creighton Prep. Class B, going to be Quintin Cottle of Omaha Skutt Catholic meeting Josh Pfeifer of Holdrege. Class C, Dustin Franklin of Tekamah-Herman takes on Brett Hodgen of Hastings St. Cecilia. And in Class D, it's Chris Marsh of Sutton facing Jess West of Wauneta-Palisade.
Keep an eye on that Class A matchup between Anthony Salcedo of Omaha Creighton Prep and Guy Smith of Omaha Central. This is a rematch of last week's district final. That one, Salcedo came out on top with an 8-6 victory in overtime. But Guy Smith has been flying high through this tournament this year. The two of them are 2-2 against each other for their career. Last night, Guy Smith hit a lat drop for 4 to beat previously #1 ranked Daniel Rodriguez of Kearney to win 12-10 as one of the most exciting matches of the semis last night.
Meanwhile, we blinked and 2 points scored in Class E very quickly by the unbeaten junior from Sutton, Chris Marsh. Gets the takedown on the 2 points to lead Jess West of Wauneta-Palisade. And in Class C, we have score right off the bat. A takedown for Brett Hodgen of Hastings St. Cecilia. And he now leads the #1 ranked Dustin Franklin at Tekamah-Herman. So Hodgen, very important for him to get that early lead in Class C.
And Quintin Cottle of Omaha Skutt taking on Joshua Pfeifer of Holdrege in Class B. Cottle trying to match the state title won earlier by his brother at 103 pounds for Omaha Skutt. Cottle, the sophomore,
picks up 2 points, in fact, and now Cottle leads it 2-0.
And he's got that arm pretty tight underneath.
Meanwhile, we have an escape now in Class D. Jess West of Wauneta-Palisade comes up with the escape to make it a 2-1 lead for Chris Marsh of Sutton. Still 2-0 in Class A, as getting the takedown was Guy Smith.
And whoa! Guy Smith got the early takedown and cut Salcedo loose and shot in on a low single attempt, but Salcedo countered and almost tossed Smith to his back there. Guy Smith, losing record as a freshman and a sophomore. Couldn't make the team as a freshman, and now he's in the state finals finally as a senior.
I love those success stories, RJ. It's just great to see guys like that stick it out and
like I said, he's had a really exciting tournament. He came from behind in the first round and again came from behind in the semis last night.
Starting to wind down in the first periods in all our matches. And it looks like in Class B, it'll be a 2-1 lead for Quintin Cottle of Skutt Catholic over Josh Pfeifer of Holdrege as they head into the second period. It's a 3-2 lead for Jess West of Wauneta-Palisade, leading Chris Marsh of Sutton as they head to the second period.
Anthony Salcedo of Omaha Creighton Prep, his father placed 5th in the state tournament. His father, Dino. I see he's sitting right down in the front row today, and there's a takedown by Salcedo. He now leads 3-2 right at the end of the first period.
Man, we had a lot of action in Class C, but no scoring. A nice attempt to get a reversal by Dustin Franklin at Tekamah-Herman, but a great counter by Hodgen of Hastings St. Cecilia prevented the score. They'll still lead it 2-0 as they head to the second period in Class C. We are underway.
Start the second period in Class A, and then again, Guy Smith doesn't feel he can have any success riding. Salcedo cuts him loose, so he now trails 4-2 to Anthony Salcedo, the senior from Creighton Prep. In Class B, Quintin Cottle still holding on to that 2-1 lead over Josh Pfeifer of Holdrege. Pfeifer placed 4th last year. Cottle just a qualifier last year. This time he's got Pfeifer in trouble.
A lot of time left in the second period, over a minute to go in the second period in Class B.
Got that really tight. Pfeiffer's going to have a hard time holding that one off. And we've got a near fall situation on Dustin Franklin of Tekamah-Herman in trouble against Brett Hodgen.
And Quintin Cottle, your state champion in Class B, as he gets a pin over Josh Pfeifer of Holdrege. So the sophomore comes up with the state title. That's his first medal at the state tournament. So big win for him. It is 5-4 in Class A. A tight one going on there as well. Anthony Salcedo, Creighton Prep, now leading.
And Dustin Franklin in big trouble now against Brett Hodgen from Hastings St. Cecilia.
And that would be a big victory as Franklin came in ranked #1. And Hodgen really...
He's got that really tight. I don't know if Franklin's going to be able to get out of this one.
Minute 4 to go in the second period in that Class C match. Meanwhile, we have a stoppage in Class D, and it is still a tight one, 4-3 Leading it is Chris Marsh of Sutton over just west of Wauneta-Palisade.
And there's the pin by Brett Hodgen. Somewhat of an upset as Dustin Franklin, the returning state champ, goes down to Brett Hodgens of Hastings St. Cecilia in Class C.
And with more action going on in Class A, it is a 6-5 lead now for Guy Smith of Omaha Central. Actually an 8-5 lead for Guy Smith. And Salcedo will have to go to work. 30 seconds to go with the second period in Class A. In Class D, it's a 4-3 lead. 50 seconds to go in the second period. And the lead right now for Chris Marsh of Sutton, who is in the top position with that black, silver, and red singlet. Red, white, and blue is just west of Wauneta-Palisade.
Chris Marsh of Sutton, a cross-country state runner-up in 04.
And I apologize if it may be Wauneta-Palisade. I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I apologize to the people of Wauneta, I believe, but I have heard it both ways.
These two have met before, with Marsh coming out on top of West by a score of 7-4. This time he leads by 1 with 13 seconds to go in the second period. There's another takedown in Class A by Guy Smith, but the officials are going to confer on that one. It's going to stand. He now leads 11-6. Guy Smith taking the down position as they start the third period in Class A.
And they'll head to the third period in Class D as just West trailing by 1 over Chris Marsh of Sutton. Marsh, the undefeated junior. West is a senior.
And a look at the Omaha Central coaches earlier. Guy Smith's coach pulled out all the stops and broke out the tuxedos for the state finals this year. Coach Jimmy Foster. You know, he was really excited that Guy Smith was getting the finals, and now Smith, a reversal and possible near fall against Salcedo. He's got 2-point reversal and a 2-point near fall. So now he's up 15-6 with the escape by Salcedo, will make it 15-7. With just about a minute to go in that match.
In Class D, 1:35 to go here in the third period as they get ready to get action back underway. Still that 1-point lead for Chris Marsh of Sutton, who is in the top position over just West.
Oh, a big lateral drop on the edge by Guy Smith for a takedown. No near fall as Salcedo was out of bounds, and now Guy Smith leads 17-7 with a minute to go in that Class A match.
And we're going to have a 2-point reversal in Class D, just West.
And possibly he could get some back points out of this Granby position. There he's gonna.
And it looks like West has got about a minute to go.
Now, Marsh might be able to get the reversal out of this now.
We'll have to get all the points straightened out.
There's going to be 2-point, 3-point near fall. So now West leads 8-4. Was there any change after that?
Well, it came close. I don't believe there was. They blew the whistle just as that happened.
And they got a blood stoppage. Yep.
So right now it is 8-4. Jesse West leading over Chris Marsh of Sutton.
There's a stall warning against Guy Smith for a penalty point against Guy Smith in the Class A match. Salcedo now trails 17-9 with just 20 seconds to go in that match. A nice duck under attempt by Guy Smith, countered well by Salcedo. Oh, a throw attempt by Salcedo, countered by Smith, and he's going to get the fall. What a tournament by Guy Smith of Omaha Central. Came from behind in the first round, came from behind in the second round, and a dominating performance here in the finals.
So we had 3 pins so far in this weight class. Kind of unusual. I haven't seen much of that this afternoon. The 3 pins here as Quintin Cottle got a pin. Brett Hodgen got a big victory with his pin. And now Guy Smith of Omaha Central gets a pin. We're ready to get action back underway with 48 seconds to go in Class D. In the top position is Jess West, leading it 8-4 over Chris Marsh of Sutton with just about 37 seconds to go. And now there's a reversal by Marsh to cut it to 2. So he'll have to.
Looks like he wants to cut him loose and get up on his feet and try to get some takedowns going. But now he trails by 3. He'd have to get 2 takedowns in this last 20 seconds. There's a stall warning. Stall warning against West, but it's just the first warning, so no point. Still 9-6, so another stall warning and a takedown could tie this.
But Chris Marsh will have to go to work because they're down to 16 seconds. He's really trying. Nice counter that time by West. As time is ticking away, and right now it's looking good for Jess West.
Oh, he's going to get a takedown, but he's going to come up just short as time runs out. He's going to lose 9-8. Your champion from Wauneta-Palisade, Jess West, the senior, the career win leader at his school, closes out his season with 42-4 record and a state title.
He was a state runner-up a year ago, but this time they'll call him champion. So let's take a look now at the results at 130 pounds in Class A. Guy Smith of Omaha Central, the state champion, winning by pin over Anthony Salcedo of Creighton Prep. In Class B, Quintin Cottle of Omaha Skutt Catholic wins by pin over Josh Pfeifer of Holdrege. In Class C, your state champion is Brett Hodgen of Hastings St. Cecilia as he wins by pin over Dustin Franklin at Tekamah-Herman. In Class D, Jesse West of Wauneta-Palisade wins 9-8 over Chris Marsh of Sutton.